What up, witches? Before I start, just a quick disclaimer. The information that I provide is purely for educational entertainment purposes, and it is not a replacement for professional health advice. Today, we're going to be talking about one of my personal favorite herbs, which is bay leaves. Bay leaves is another one of those herbs that is super common and that most witches are in a possession of. Bay leaves are identifiable by their waxy texture and their oval shape. The tree that the leaves grow on is called the laurel tree, and when they do bloom flowers, the flowers are more on the green than yellow scale, but they are still yellow, just like more to the green. I wish I actually had some full bay leaves to show off, but unfortunately they are all crushed because I do sell them inside of my little necklace vials, and in order to get them inside of there, I do have to crush them. So sadly, all my bay leaves are all crushed up and I don't have any full ones to show off. Bay leaves actually have quite a few folk names, and just to name a few, some of them are gray laurel, Grecian laurel, noble laurel, Roman laurel, sweet bay, true laurel, and Daphne. Now, Daphne might seem like a pretty random name to call this plant, but it's actually not that random. Folklore tells the tale of a river nymph named Daphne who was trying to get away from her pursuer, Apollo. In an effort to get away from his love, the river nymph Daphne went to the river and begged the river to change her so that way Apollo could not have her, because there was clearly no stopping him. She then became the laurel tree, which is the leaves that the bay leaf grows on. So that is where the name Daphne comes from. Apollo was so distraught that his love that he was trying to bestow upon Daphne could no longer be bestowed on her because she was now a tree. So he vowed to always wear a wreath of bay leaves to show his undying love. It is believed that that is the reason why bay leaf crowns are worn on a lot of poets and like heroes and scholars, because of Apollo and his undying love for Daphne. The leaves were oftentimes carried around in pockets because they were thought to bring good luck and accomplishments when in competitions or participating in anything that was particularly athletic. The way bay leaves were used then isn't much different to how they're used now. There are some people that still wear crowns of bay leaves, but in addition to that, they are still carried around for protection, and some people even put them in their wallets in the money slot for prosperity. They also have a great smell, so there's no harm in wearing them. One of the most common ways that I use bay leaves is to write sigils on the back of them, and then I burn them in order to release the sigil and to release the energy and to release my manifestation out into the universe. Bay leaves can also be used in the same way that sage is used, in that it can be used to purify a space of negative energy. To list a few of the ways that bay leaves are used, and they are used for anti-harassment spells, which is a no-brainer, thanks Apollo, healing, psychic abilities, prosperity, protection, success, wish granting, and purification. This is just all around a really great herb to have in your collection. If you don't have it, you should get one. They're really easy to get. Most supermarkets carry them. You can buy them like the full leaf. Usually, most supermarkets do have them in the like fresh herb section. Like I said, it's one of my favorite herbs to have around, and I'm really excited to do this one. And this is my completed bay leaf page. If you want to see how I actually create them, all the other ones in this series, I actually go through and show how I create each page, but I basically just put it all on Microsoft Word. I put it all on Microsoft Word, and then I print it out on toned paper because I like the way it looks on toned paper, and this gets put into my book of shadows, which I also has a video on of me making it because I made it out of a binder, but I wanted it to look like faux leather, so yeah, I also have one of those. So here's my completed page.